Hello, students, and welcome to the Missouri Association for College Admission Counseling College Fair. We're so excited to have you. We have some great schools presenting. Just a couple reminders, your camera and microphone are turned off so the panelists cannot see or hear you. You can ask questions at any time to the panelists using the Q&A button. Please sign up for more sessions. This is just one of the many that are available. And a recording of this will also be available at strivescan.com/Missouri. So without further ado, we are going to turn it over to the University of South Florida.
Hi, everyone. Give me just a moment to share my screen. My name is Jackie, and I am one of the out-of-state recruiter advisors here at the University of South Florida. At USF, we do make up 3 different campuses in the greater Tampa Bay area. The first one being the Tampa campus. When you think of a big D1 university, that's the one you'll think of. Our smaller campuses are in St. Petersburg, in Sarasota. They offer a lot of the same advantages that you get on the Tampa campus, just smaller class sizes, more close-knit learning environments. We do have housing on both the Tampa and St. Pete campus. Our total enrollment is over 50,000 students. I'm going to say about 42,000 of those students are all right on the Tampa campus. Even though that does sound quite large, we're still able to keep that student to faculty ratio at 21:1 with an average class size of 33 students. I always like to talk to students about some of our points of pride at USF. One of that definitely being our diversity on campus. 41.5% of USF students come from diverse backgrounds. We have students from all 50 states and students coming from over 140 different countries. Another point of pride with us at USF is we do offer over 200 different majors and concentrations. Our different majors and concentrations fall under our different USF colleges. Just to name some of our most popular, would have to be College of Business, College of Engineering, College of Marine Science, since we are located right by Clearwater Beach, Siesta Key Beach, and Sarasota, St. Pete Beach. And then College of Nursing is probably our most competitive major. Another point of pride with us is we did earn a new title as being one of America's fastest rising universities. We're now ranked number 46 among public universities, and that ranking was earned through the US News and World Report. I love to talk to students about student life, campus life, because there's a lot going on in USF. At USF, we do offer over 700 different student clubs and organizations. They can be academic-based, religious-based. Students can start clubs just based off of fun. I've heard of a Harry Potter group on campus. A group of girls started an I Heart Chocolate Lovers group on campus. So you're free to even start your own clubs. We typically have over 1,000 on-campus events each year, from TED Talks, guest speakers, concerts. We are a member of the NCAA Division I athletics with 17 different D1 teams. Our USF football team actually plays at Raymond James Stadium, where the Bucks play. I was just there. They're playing the Bears, and they beat them pretty bad. So it's kind of cool. Students get to go to a professional stadium to watch them play. We also do have recreation, intramural, and club sports. So if you just want to play for fun, I would recommend intramural sports. Our club teams are still pretty competitive. We'll actually travel over and play other club teams like at UCF. And I love to tell students we did just open our own on-campus Publix grocery store, so students are able to get their groceries right here on campus and walk back to their dorms. A little bit more about academics. I know we mentioned we had over 200 different majors and concentrations, but we are also a Tier 1 research institution, which means no matter what major a student chooses, they have access to get involved in different research opportunities, and it's research that they can have published by the time they graduate, and they can add that to their resume. We have our Judy Genshaft Honors College. We have a lot of study abroad opportunities for students, no matter what major you choose, and access to local, national, and global internships. Real quick, I'll go ahead and get into the admissions criteria for USF. So you can apply online or through the coalition or common application. We do have a $30 application fee, or you can submit your fee waiver. And then to complete your application, we just need that official high school transcript with your standardized test scores. We do a weighted GPA at USF, and we do super score both the ACT and SAT. Some important deadlines for us. December 1st is our priority deadline, so students are more competitive when they apply by December 1st. January 15th is the next most important deadline I like to tell students about, because that's the scholarship consideration deadline, and I have our scholarships right here. So on the bottom, you'll see the non-Florida resident. So our out-of-state students can qualify for these different waivers. And there are 3 different ones. So again, if you have a complete application by January 15th and you have the criteria listed here, that award would automatically be yours and you would not have to apply separately. One of the last things I just want to talk about is our cost of attendance. We do have one of the lowest rates in the country. Our rates are often the same or lower than in-state rates at non-Florida universities. And this is just a nice breakdown. So not only great if you get an out-of-state scholarship, but even without that, we do have one of the lowest rates in the country. So the last thing I like to leave students with is why USF. I always say beautiful destination. I moved here from Illinois and I love it very much. A highly ranked university. We have lots of degree options, flexible admissions, great student experience, and just like I said, affordable cost. And then this is my last slide. If you just follow the barcode right there, it'll take you right to the admissions page, and that email will automatically route to me, admissions@usf.edu. Thank you for letting me speak today and have a great day.
Thank you so much. Up next, we have Missouri University of Science and Technology.
Give me 1 second. I'll get my presentation ready to go as well. All right. My name is Kathy Tipton, and I serve as the Director of Admissions at Missouri University of Science and Technology. We are located in Rolla, Missouri, and so we are about halfway between Springfield, Missouri, and St. Louis, Missouri. We have a little over 7,000 students on our campus, and just to kind of give you an idea, in the bulk of our students, a little over 5,000 are going to be undergraduate students. Here we are sharing some of our rankings. We are a public institution and we are a top public university in the state of Missouri. We routinely are recognized for being a best engineering university nationwide. And you'll see various different rankings, but we take a lot of pride in our student career placement, as well as being a good return on investment for our students. We have 2 colleges at S&T. We have the College of Engineering and Computing. You'll see a list of those bachelor's programs here. We have 15 different engineering programs, as well as computer science and geology and geophysics that will fall into this college. So this is going to be the most engineering programs you're going to find in the Midwest. We have the College of Arts, Sciences, and Business, which you'll see here. This is going to include our degrees in math, our sciences, social sciences, humanities, also our business and information technology. We actually have 2 new degrees in the College of Arts, Sciences, and Business. We have a new degree in Bachelor of Science in Education this fall. And then we also have a Bachelor of Science in Environmental Science that will begin fall of 22. This slide is also just sharing additional information on our outcomes. So our students have the opportunity to have access to a variety of different career opportunity resources, but specifically we have 2 career fairs, also very large, one of the largest in the Midwest. Our students for last year across all majors at the undergraduate level graduated with an average starting salary of over $67,500. Our students also have the opportunity to participate in co-ops and internships. This is, again, opportunities to get hands-on experience. Students would actually go to that location. So typically the co-op would take a semester and a summer to be at that corporate location. Internships are typically a semester. And again, they average $3,000 to $4,000 a month. So great opportunity to help pay expenses. We have over 4,000 employers that actively recruit our students, and our students go to various different big and small companies. There's many things to do at S&T. We have over 250 student organizations, so perhaps a little bit smaller than the last school that presented. We are Division II athletics, and then you'll see a variety of opportunities that are listed here. And even more so, I wanted to share a picture of our design center. We have 20 different student design teams, and this is for students of all majors to come together and apply knowledge that they learn in the classroom. So they do fundraising, they are also presenting, they're of course doing actual hands-on work for a variety of different competitions. And so it's a neat opportunity to practice your teamwork, but also travel and be able to win some fun wins. You can also enhance your experience at S&T, your academic experience, by participating in one of these areas. Perhaps our global engineering program is new. This is, I think, our second year. This is an opportunity for students who are interested in that cross-cultural experience to get a bachelor's in their engineering discipline, and also a bachelor's in multidisciplinary studies that focuses on language and culture. Right now, we're working with French and Spanish. So for more information, of course, you can look at that link there. During the 4th year, a student will actually participate in that study abroad experience, as well as an internship in the engineering discipline. We also do offer an honors academy. It is competitive, but there's more details there, and there are scholarship opportunities. And then this year, we also have a brand new Comer Vanguard Scholars Program. This is also for STEM students who are interested in faculty mentorship, as well as rotational programming. So, and also scholarships are available. So there's a lot of neat things that are happening. I encourage students to apply for admission at apply.mst.edu. We admit students at a variety of levels, and we are allowing students to apply test or test optional. So there's no application fee to apply. That's why I really encourage the application. At our university, you do get admitted directly to that degree of your choice, and decisions are actually based on those unofficial transcripts. So actually, when you apply, you can actually upload that transcript and get a decision within 2 weeks. We do utilize or support the Common Application, as well as the Groundbreaker application or the S&T application. So all 3 are fine. December 1 is the priority deadline. It's not the final deadline, but this is going to put you in the best position for scholarships. I've listed a variety of them here. However, this is not all of the scholarships that are available. This is specific. A summary for Missouri residents. Students who are admitted to S&T are automatically reviewed for Groundbreaker merit scholarships. We also have automatic review for diversity scholarships, or even the Provost International Scholarship. Those with the asterisk are competitive scholarships. So some of those deadlines are as early as December 1. So you want to start looking for those. And there, again, a variety of different scholarships for national merit semifinalists, to students who have participated in Project Lead the Way courses, or even academic departmental scholarships. So I am available to help with any questions. This is my contact information here. One thing I would really encourage is for you to visit campus. We offer a variety of in-person opportunities, as well as virtual. Both can be found there at that visit link.
Thanks, Kathy. We will now turn it over to Penn State University. Okay, looks like there may have been a connection issue. So we are going to move on to Rochester Institute of Technology.
Okay, great. Thanks so much. I'm just going to get my screen loaded here. Thanks for joining us tonight. My name is Tanya, and I'm with the Office of Undergraduate Admission at RIT. So a little bit about RIT. We are in Rochester, New York. We have about 17,000 total students, 14,000 undergrad, which makes us one of the largest private universities in the country. A couple of things I like to point out on this slide. We do have an average class size of 22. We work hard to keep our class sizes small. We don't even have facilities on our campus that hold really over 50 students. So you will never be in a lecture hall with hundreds of students. The other thing of interest on this slide is we are home to the National Technical Institute of the Deaf. So we have about 1,000 deaf and hard of hearing students on our campus. We're one of 2 universities that has a college dedicated just to the deaf and hard of hearing. Most students will leave RIT with some knowledge of ASL, which is just sort of a cool bonus. So we have 9 different colleges that yield about 90 degree programs and 100 different minors. The majority of our students will leave with a major and a minor. It's typically a minor is 5 courses, and most of our students will combine their major with one of our many minors that are offered. About 2/3 of our students are studying STEM related, so engineering and computing primarily, and then about 1/3 of our students are in our College of Art and Design and Business. We also have about 50 different accelerated dual degree programs. So if you're interested in a graduate degree, the accelerated dual degree allows you to study your undergrad and your grad in 5 years. So it takes a year off of typically that 6-year degree for the undergrad and the grad. And you also get to maintain 50% of your scholarships throughout the graduate year. So it's a great cost savings if you're interested in a graduate degree, and it obviously saves you time as well. One of the things we're most known for is our co-op program. We have one of the largest and oldest in the country. A co-op is full-time paid work experience directly related to your field that you complete while you're doing your degree. So the majority of our students, I think over 90%, are required to do co-op in order to graduate, but we encourage it for all of our students. RIT has a big commitment to experiential learning, so co-op, internship, research, et cetera, are a big part of our degrees. We have 3,500 different employee partners that we work with, that we place our students both at co-op, and then we'll hire our students for permanent placement after graduation. So this slide talks a little bit about outcomes. What I like to point out on this slide are the companies that you see listed are just a handful of those 3,500, but lots of opportunities all over the country to both co-op and for permanent placement. But the website at the bottom, I encourage you to jot down, the joboutlook.rit.edu. Even if you don't end up going to RIT, it's a great resource. What it does is break out by major. So if you, for example, major in computing security, you can see what sort of job titles you might get with that degree, and then who hires permanently and for co-op for that degree, and what those starting salaries look like with all the different job titles. So it's a great resource if you're considering some different majors and you just want to be able to compare them side by side. We do have 4 international campuses in China, Croatia, Kosovo, and the UAE, and partnerships that with about 200 other programs that allow you to study in 55 other countries. So you do see everywhere in orange that you want to, you can study. I always say sort of wherever it's safe to be, you can find a program. We also do have opportunities for co-op abroad. So some of our students that have intention of maybe working internationally after graduation will choose to do their co-op somewhere overseas so that they can build their global resume. About 300 different clubs and organizations that yields about 1,000 events on campus each year. It's a very busy place. Students always ask, you know, what keeps me busy on campus, and that's really what it is. You'll see if you have an opportunity to visit, there's always a lot of things happening. We also have 29 different Greek organizations, so about 10% of our population does participate in Greek life. Living on campus for the first year is pretty traditional. We have kind of what you would expect as far as first year dormitory style residence halls. You are only required to live on campus first year. After that, you have lots of choices. You can stay on campus. We have some really beautiful suites, apartments, townhome kind of style living for upper class students, but the campus is also surrounded by some great student housing. The other thing I like to point out on this slide is we do have 21 different dining options. So one of those would be the, you know, sort of all you can eat cafeteria buffet style that you might expect, but the other 20 are really great, you know, sushi, pizza, burgers, all sorts of different things. So no one gets tired of their choices for dinner at RIT. City of Rochester is the 3rd largest metro in the state, so home to lots of different companies. We also are very near Lake Ontario and some really great ski resorts. So if you love the outdoors and like to do things in the outdoors, you'll have lots of opportunities to do that in and around Rochester. And the city of Rochester is home to 15 different colleges and universities, so it's a really young city. When you apply to RIT, you do apply one of 3 ways, either directly to a major. So if you know you want to, the majority of our students will come in this way. If you know you want to do mechanical engineering, you can apply directly to mechanical engineering. If you knew you wanted something in computing, but you weren't sure which program, you can apply to one of our college-based exploration options, which allows you to look at everything that you have, you know, available to you into that college. And then the third option would be 2 different colleges that allows you to look at lots of different degrees. So I'm going to just buzz ahead to this slide, which is our final slide with my contact info. Please reach out if you have any questions. There's also some great links from the rit.edu/experience that allows you to look at all of our virtual and on-campus programming. Thanks so much. Have a great night.
Thanks. Up next, we have Seton Hall University.
Awesome. Let me go ahead and share my screen. Awesome. All right, good evening, everybody. My name is Nick DeBarry, and I'm an admissions counselor at Seton Hall University. So we are located in South Orange, New Jersey. So if you look at New Jersey on a map, we're kind of about halfway down the state. While we're a mid-sized university on paper, we have the benefit of a sense of community that makes us feel a bit smaller than we are. We're a total of about 10,000 students, 6,000-ish undergrad and 4,000 graduate students. So objectively, there's a bit of hustle and bustle going on. but at the same time, that sense of community does make us feel a bit smaller. We're at about 50-50 male to female, 51% female and 49% male. We have 50 states and over 70 countries represented in our student population, and we have a 45% diversity rate. As I said before, we do have the sense of community that kind of brings campus a bit down in size, and one of the ways that that's visible is through the personal attention you'll get in your classes. An average class size is of around 21 students. We have only one lecture hall on campus, and it's only used seldomly by a couple majors, to give you an idea. The average English class size is around 15 students, and the student faculty ratio is 14:1, which is really great because you'll get to know your professors and they'll get to know you, which is awesome for different opportunities, which we'll talk about later. Again, close faculty mentorship, we'll touch on that. And there are very minimal graduate assistants in any of our courses at Seton Hall. So we have over 90 plus undergraduate programs spread across 9 different colleges. The College of Arts and Sciences, Diplomacy and International Relations, which is a really special program. Again, we'll talk about that in a minute. The Stillman School of Business, College of Nursing, actually the oldest in the state of New Jersey. So the good thing about that is if you decide to stay in New Jersey, chances are wherever you end up working, there's a good shot there'll be a Seton Hall alum. The College of Education and College of Communication and the Arts, Seton Hall School of Law, Health and Medical Sciences, and the School of Theology. We also have a number of dual enrollment programs, so direct admit programs such as engineering, law, and a number of our medical programs such as PA, PT, OT, and a number of others. These are housed within these schools as well. So one of the things Seton Hall focuses on, regardless of your major college program, is experiential learning. We want to make sure you're getting hands-on opportunities to learn through doing, because that's ultimately the best way to learn about what you'd like to do. And these include opportunities such as research with faculty, studying abroad, which there are a number of different countries and schools that Seton Hall has pre-existing relationships with. So you don't need to figure out credit transfers or all that. They have it all done for you. Community service opportunities, WSOU, which is our student radio station, which was actually inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So cool fun fact there. The Setonian, which is our school newspaper, and a number of theater productions, which are both on campus and our theater in the round, and also in SOPAC, which is down the street, which is our South Orange Performing Arts Center. Through the business school, we have a market research center, which does real consulting from real businesses, ranging as small as startups through large corporations, Goya Foods being a big one, which is a Latin food company, and Investors Bank being another big one that comes to mind, which is a really big bank in New Jersey. We have a mock trading room with real Bloomberg terminals. So if you're looking to go into Wall Street finance, that's a great opportunity to learn more there, and a sports polling center. Then through a number of other programs on campus, we have clinical learning labs, behavioral and psychology labs as well. And to top it all off, we're also only 14 miles from New York City. So in terms of job opportunities, internships, it's geographically a great place to be. Speaking of which, these are a number of the organizations that we place students at through internships and will graduate and go on to work at. Important to note, of course, we don't hand students internships, but our Career Center is award-winning. We do everything we can to make sure students are as prepared as possible for the real world post-graduation. And those advisors will stay with a student through their entire time at Seton Hall, so they get to know them very well. So we have 17,000 plus internship opportunities every year with that 12-member Career Center. And 81% of students have at least one internship, but it's usually more than that. And we're ranked ranked in the top 4 in the US for internship and job opportunities. And our employment rate is an impressive 93%. Like I said, it's something we really focus on. And these are a number of the organizations on the left that you'll see students go on to. I mentioned before something about our diplomacy program. Being that we're so close to New York City, where the United Nations building is located, we have an awesome relationship with them. So if you're looking to get into diplomacy or poli-sci, they have people that come to us all the time to give talks, lectures, that sort of thing. But on the flip side, we also have students that go there to work very regularly. And then, of course, all these other organizations and more. So in terms of campus life, we have over 150 plus clubs and student organizations, ranging from things like the Harry Potter Club, which apparently is not as uncommon as I thought. I know it was mentioned by another presenter, all the way through different clubs, through different schools, for instance, business club, etc. There are 26 Greek organizations on campus, and those are philanthropic, academic, and social. And we have a number of different events that are run throughout the week by what's called SAB, our Student Activities Board. So there's always something to do on campus. We're also a Division I school in terms of athletics. We have 14 teams, and we're part of the Big East Conference. You may have heard of us for a basketball team. But if you're not looking to go into Division I, there's lots of different clubs, intramural sport teams as well. We have 2 freshman dorms on campus and 6 total residence halls. 80% of freshmen live on campus, 50% of total undergraduate population live on campus. I'm going to skip ahead real quick. We're very generous with scholarships, $100 million to give away each year, and there's many different ways you can go about getting them. Here are the 4 application deadlines. Early action, November 15th, and then 2 is December 15th. Regular decision 1 and 2 are February 1st and March 1st, respectively. We are totally test optional, but I highly encourage you to take them because it can bolster your application. And we do a holistic review, but we're looking at roughly a 3.6 GPA, 1285 SAT, and 28 ACT should you choose to submit them. That's all I have for today. Thank you all very much. I'll put my contact information in the chat, and I hope you have a great night.
Thank you as well. Up next, we have the University of Illinois.
All right, let's get rolling. Hi, everybody. My name is Hannah. I'm a counselor and also our coordinator of campus visits here at the University of Illinois, Urbana-Champaign. So I'm really excited to be talking with you all today. Let's just dive right in here to really talk about who Illinois is as an institution. We are a large Big Ten D1 campus located right in East Central Illinois. For perspective from Missouri, it's about 3 hours on the nose from the St. Louis area, easy drive, or you can always hop on an Amtrak to get over to campus and other popular ways for students to get to campus either way. But again, we're a large campus. There's about 34,000 undergrads that come to study with us here for the entire undergraduate student population. It's about 7,600 new incoming first-time students each year. So it's a really global, diverse student body population that we're bringing to campus each and every year to come study here. Of students from all 50 states and over 100 countries coming to study right here in Champaign, Urbana with us. And when it comes to what program students study, there's a lot you can pursue and do here at Illinois. I know our Granger College of Engineering and East College of Business are by far what we're best known for, but really within every respective area, we have world-renowned and respected programs in their given fields. So what you're seeing on the screen are the academic colleges and communities we have, and housed within those, there's over 150 different programs to pursue, in addition to 120 minors. So there's a myriad of ways for you to really explore all of those options for you. If you are undecided, you can always start within our Division of General Studies, and we do see strong success from our students that study there and start within the Division of General Studies for their first year here on campus. When applying, students do apply directly to a program. And so that's where really having an idea of what it is you want to pursue comes in handy, using this go.illinois.edu/majors link as well. Or if you are undecided, you're not exactly sure, wanting to pursue 5 or 6 different things, always starting in the Division of General Studies is a great way to go as well within that. But again, 160 programs across these academic colleges and communities. Overall, we do have about an 18-to-1 student to professor ratio. And so with that, we are a large campus. I won't say there aren't any lecture halls that exist at Illinois, because there will be some within your general education coursework. But really, once you're here on campus, you're in your major specific classes, they're closer to 20 to 30 to 50 students. So really, once you're in your major specific classes, you're going to see that shrink down quite a bit. Professors are very readily accessible to you through things like office hours, through getting involved in research. And so there's a lot of ways to really connect and network across campus through your professors, through other groups and organizations on campus as well, because we know that college experience really does extend outside of that classroom for you. So we have many students participating in jobs and internships. There's thousands of employers on our campus each and every year. We're a Research One institution, so many opportunities for you to pursue your own research project, get involved with research done by a professor, or really getting involved in Research Park as well. Entrepreneurship is a big focus here on our campus through a variety of programs and events, regardless of the program you are. So there's a lot of ways to get involved. There's 1,800 student groups and organizations, and I really like to think that students can hit the ground running once they're here as an incoming student. You can join a handful of clubs before your classes even begin when you come to Illinois. We have something called Quad Day, which happens the Sunday before classes begin. You're also going to get involved and get to know students throughout your residence hall and throughout those communities as well. I will just note that we do have a 1-year residency requirement. So all students are required to live on campus with us for just that first year and that you're a student here with us. So I know I briefly mentioned jobs and internships. We really like to think not only about what this experience is for you to pursue your 4-year degree with us, but really what are those opportunities going to be for you after graduation as well. So that is a great link, the go.illinois.edu/Illini Success. If you want to see exactly where your degree can take you, you can see the metrics of where students are working, the companies they're working for, their starting salaries, or if they're going to graduate school, what graduate programs they're attending to pursue those advanced degrees. All of that information is broken down by college on that website. So if you want to know, like I said, exactly where a degree can take you, we have that information all broken down and shared with you on that link. So I think it's a really great way to see not only, again, what experiences you're going to have here for 4 years, but what opportunities may be available to you that we've historically seen students go to pursue after graduation. So that was really, really brief highlights about Illinois. And as I know we're really in that thick of that college application process, just want to touch briefly on what this looks like for Illinois. So we have joined the Common App this year. You can apply to us through any of these methods. And so we really have no preference for you. My Illini, Coalition, Common App, all of those we accept. I will just make the note that regardless of where you apply, all decisions are posted through our homegrown system of My Illini, which is where you'll see your admission decision. And if you have any issues or questions about that, you're always welcome to give us a call. Really, when it comes to reviewing for admission for all the seniors that may listen to this now or later on, it is a really holistic look. And so we're looking in, again, like I said earlier, you're applying directly to the program of interest. So with that, we're going to review you in that context, the context of the major you're applying to and the context of the high school you attend. So we're going to look at your grades and course record. We don't necessarily aren't going to look at just your GPA. We're going to look at all of your coursework and grades. We are test optional for the next 2 years as well, so you can apply with or without test scores, tell us up to 10 extracurriculars, and answer a few essay prompts. So again, when it comes to applying, it is a fully holistic process, and all the links that share more about that are in the chat as well. And if you have any questions, my email address is in there, and you're welcome to email me at any time, and that is all I have.
Thank you very much. And last but not least, we have Penn State University.
Let me turn on a light. Hi, everybody. My name is Anna Fernandez, and I am the counselor here for Penn State here. I'm trying to turn on a light. It got a little dark here. I lost power a little bit ago. I don't think that's any better. But thank you for joining us here today. Some things about Penn State. Penn State is a top-ranked research university. It is well known and highly respected all around the world. It is located in central Pennsylvania and is Pennsylvania's sole grant institution. We have high quality academics and many of our programs are nationally ranked. We are a world-class university and we are ranked in the top 1% university by the Center of World University Rankings. We have an 85% graduation rate, which is about 25% above the national average. And we have a 93% retention rate, which is about 12% above the national average as well. To help prepare students for our career fairs, we have a highly ranked career service office to help them prepare for interviews and resume writing. So students are at the best. These career fairs are held twice a year in the fall and in the spring and is the largest career fair east of the Mississippi. We do have over 300 study abroad programs for students in 54 different countries that can fit into student schedules, whether for a week, a semester, or for the summer. We are a Research One university with over $1 billion of research money annually. And this funding comes from government agencies, businesses, nonprofits, and there's opportunities for students to do research across all academic disciplines. And while we are a large university, we are able to maintain a 16:1 student to faculty ratio. We also have 21 Division I sports in the Big Ten. And this year, we were rated best of the best LGBTQ friendly colleges by Campus Pride. So that's something that we're really excited about. We have over 275 majors and 185 minors for you to choose from. We have an exploratory program called the Division of Undergraduate Studies for those who are still a little bit undecided. You work closely with your academic advisor, and they help you narrow down your interest until you finally declare a major at the end of your second year. We do offer a few direct admit programs like nursing and in the College of Arts and Architecture. Our most popular majors are business and engineering, and we do have a few unique programs too, like our bachelor's in turf grass science. We encourage our students to get involved outside the classrooms, and we have over 1,200 clubs and activities for them to get involved in, whether social, religious, academic, or cultural. These opportunities are there for all students to participate in. One thing that makes Penn State unique is the fact that we have 20 campuses throughout Pennsylvania with enrollments from about 500 to 46,000 students. Most majors can be started at any one of our campuses, and you can see all the location of the campuses right there on the screen. So like I said, they can be started at any one of our campuses and completed at University Park right there in the center with our 2+2 plan. University Park right there in the center is our largest campus with 46,000 students. All of our campuses offer their own 4-year degree. Should students want to stay at just one campus, all of these campuses are all Penn State, so they all offer the same high quality academics. So wherever you start and wherever you finish, it is going to be one transcript, one degree, one university. There are 3 ways that you can apply to Penn State using the Common App, the Coalition app, and our own application in our website. Once you submit your online application, you're going to receive an email from us to create a Penn State profile. Then you are going to take your high school transcript and input all of your information, your courses and grades into a form that we call the Self-Reported Academic Record Form, or the SHRE. And then you're going to let us know whether or not you want your test scores included in the evaluation process. And we're asking you this question because Penn State is going to be test optional through the fall of 2023. Now, to help you estimate your eligibility to attend Penn State, here is the mid 50% of test scores and GPAs from students who were accepted last year. We do not have cutoffs or averages. This is a mere guideline. These numbers change every year because they're based on the students that we were accepted the previous years. If you are within these guidelines, then you can consider yourself a competitive applicant to Penn State. If not, you might need to be a little more flexible and then think about starting in summer as an option, or start with our 2+2 plan, where you start at one of our campuses for 2 years and then transition over for our last 2 years to University Park. So this brings me to the end of our presentation. If you have any additional questions, please call or email our office. The information is right there on the screen. I will also put on the chat my email so you can reach me as well. Like I said, my name is Ana Fernandez, and I am the admissions counselor for your area. I'm here as a resource for you and happy to help you. So please reach out with any questions that you might have. And thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you, all the panelists. And it appears that we do have a little bit of extra time. So without further ado, I'd love for you to turn your cameras back on so that we could do kind of a round robin answer. And starting with who presented first, which I believe was South Florida, what advice would you give someone going through the college process?
Yeah, I always love to tell students to definitely go on their visits. That's one of my favorite things, obviously, so they can go and see the campus, see if it would be a good fit for them. And even if it's virtual, I still think that having a visit is really worth their time.
Are we each answering that, Mackenzie?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I misunderstood. Sorry.
No, you're totally good. You're up next.
Yes, I definitely would second that. And even more so, don't be afraid to ask for special requests. So, it's very common for visitors, or it's routine for visitors at S&T to meet with faculty when you're on campus, but say that you have something that's important to you, that might be a make it or break it, point for you when you visit, make sure to ask for those things. You would be surprised on the different pieces that the visit center can accommodate.
I would say, I actually have a high school senior myself this year. So the advice I gave him as well is just enjoy this time. It's really exciting. There's lots of fun opportunities for you. I know it feels like it can be super stressful, and I know you're all busy doing what you do as high school seniors, but figure out what you want and figure out the right fit for you and have fun while you're doing it.
I'll actually kind of piggyback off of that point. In figuring things out, make sure you stay open-minded. You may be surprised that, hey, maybe you thought you wanted to go to a small school, but then you visit one that's a little bit bigger, and maybe that one piques your interest more than a small school did. Or, in reverse, you thought you wanted to be at a huge university and you find out maybe a smaller one is a better fit for you. So definitely in trying to navigate the college process, I know it's a really crazy time to be doing that. Stay open-minded and explore all your options.
Yeah, I think that it can be really easy to get caught up in what friends and peers are all doing in their college search processes. But I think it just is important to stay true to you and true to your own interests and passions and goals and what it is you're hoping to accomplish with your college degree. So I know that can add additional layers of stress, but ultimately you're the one that will be attending and kind of making your own path and way. And so just really stay true and focus on your own goals and that end goal. Because ultimately it's up to you and you're making that journey on your own.
I have to agree with all of the panelists as well. I would also add that to not be afraid to reach out to us, the academic counselors. We're here as a resource for you. We're here to help you and to make this process as easy and as painless as possible. We're here to answer all of your questions. So please, call us, email us, come talk to us at fairs or when we come visit your school. We're here for you. We're glad to talk to you. We want to talk to you. So please use us. We're here to give you that very important information. So come talk to us. We're happy to do it.
Wonderful. Great advice from everyone. And thank you everyone for joining us. Thank you students. Thank you presenters. Just a couple of reminders before we go. There is a quick survey that will appear when you close the screen. 5 questions. We appreciate any feedback you might have. Please sign up for more sessions. As I said earlier, this is just one of the many that are available. And a recording will also be available at strivescan.com/Missouri. So thank you everyone for joining us. Thank you panelists, thank you students, and thank you parents. Have a great rest of your evening.
Thank you and good evening.
Thanks everybody. Take care.